Today on the channel, we're back with another Auldey Action Elite blind figure. Not so blind in our case. Today, we're looking at Starscream on Way I Got It Figured.
The way I got it figured.
What's up, figure fans? Way I Got It Figured, back with another Auldey Transformers Auldey Action Elite review. This time we're looking at AAE-002 Starscream. So as I said in the Optimus video we put up a couple of days ago, I got these from my buddy Phil at Crossfire Collectibles, and Starscream is number 2 in the line. He ended up getting the Coronation version, so he passed this one off to me. I'm perfectly happy with the normal versions, but I think the Optimus Prime is so awesome that I can't see how Starscream is going to really be any worse. But I want to get these up, get these out there. They cost about $15 a piece if you buy them blind. They're probably more than that if you get them on eBay, you know, non-blind, like they already know what it is. But they are awesome, sort of like desk transformers. Again, I'll point to last year I did the YOLO Park AMK mini series, and those are cool, but the Optimus Prime is so accurate to G1 that I have to say is superior to even that. They're not exactly the same thing, but they are on very similar veins. So we're going to get Starscream out, check him out, pose him around a little bit, do some comparisons, and get you out of here with some final thoughts. As always, we went over the package yesterday, so I'll briefly go over it again. Same package, Alpha Action Elite. I've been saying all the Action Elite, but it's Alpha Action Elite. Got your cross cell on the back. Starscream number 2. I guess Soundwave's number 3. Jazz number 4. Really doesn't necessarily comport to that because I'm pretty sure RC is like number 7. So I don't know, but we'll see. Alpha Action Elite again. Transformers Official, Auldey on top. And that's your box. So we're going to get Starscream out and check him out. Okay, so we've loosed the treacherous air commander Starscream from his little prison he comes in, and you got a little bit of assembly to do on him. His wings are in a little bag inside the back of the box, and he comes, of course, with his null rays and a little Megatron. It's always a nice touch. Of course, he comes with the same styled hands as Optimus Prime. They actually look like the exact same hands, which is the same as what they did. Here's Optimus's hands. One of his hands, yeah, exact same hand, exact same size. That's exactly what they did with the YOLO Park minis. They all had the same hands, just different colors. But you know, but they look fine. So you got the little collector's card. He comes with Starscream, Wave 1, AAE-002. Same thing on the back. Till all of 1. So Starscream is looking pretty cool from here. Unlike the YOLO Park versions of these guys, he has a gray face. They didn't make it like a dark gray, sort of like what you normally get with Starscream on the cartoon. I guess Skywarp and Thundercracker would have this color face, but whatever, you know, no big deal. But the rest of it, just the accuracy of it to the Toei animation, I mean, It's really just hard to beat. Looking at him on the back. He's got the full length, the full range of articulation. Even though he's got a cockpit for a stomach, he still has an ab crunch. Complete T-pose. His waist would swivel if you didn't have a cockpit for a chest again. But his articulation is just as on point pretty much as Optimus Prime's. But you got the jet boosters down there for heels. Everything's there. We will get Starscream fit for consumption and be right back. Alright, so Starscream is back and assembled in how we normally know him to look. His little wings got some couple of holes there to just stick those in. They're in there. And now he looks like he's supposed to look. Very cool. You want him to hold Megatron, you just got to switch out his hand, same as you did with Optimus. There you go. Looks pretty cool. Got his Megatron, which, the Yolo Park ones did come with, so I already think that's a nice touch. And you can, that's cool. He's got an actual shoulder joint in here. As you can see that. That's pretty cool. So you can actually do like that. It's got a butterfly joint in a sense. That is ridiculous. These guys are really cool. Being too into what we're going to be looking at least initially. If I had any bug at all with them, they're a little bit looser than the YOLO Park guys. The YOLO Park guys are like super tight even after you put them together. These guys are a little looser. Not too loose, but definitely looser. So we got to do some posing with Starscream here real quick. Kind of villain pose there. Classic tyrannical Starscream G1 box art pose. And no ray firing pose. Yeah, Starscream's pretty cool, as you can see. So what we're going to do next, of course, is do some comparisons. So first up for comparisons, we've got Starscream with Optimus Prime. And one thing I can tell you that I really like about him is he is pretty much in the correct scale with Optimus Prime. He stands about shoulder height to Prime, just like he did on the TV show. Next up, we've got him with the YOLO Park Mini Starscream. They look like they're about the same height. And while Mini Starscream, YOLO Park Mini Starscream is really cool, he does not capture the 100% accuracy of Starscream to the G1 animation model, comic book drawing. That's not to say that it doesn't look good, because, in a vacuum by itself, it looked great. last year. I thought it was awesome. I loved all of these AMK minis. But up against the Auldey new versions, they just don't really match up. Not as well. Still great, but these are just better. They look better. They look more like the character. The Auldey figures are not as tight as the AMK minis that you have to put together, but they just have a little bit better, closer look to the animation model, to what we see in our minds when we look at these characters. So that'll do it for comparisons. So I'm going to move on to final thoughts. Final thoughts on Auldey Alpha Action Elite 002 Starscream. I think he's awesome. He really captures the spirit of the animation model. And even though I'm not always all that interested in things looking just like the cartoon, obviously if they make something that looks like the cartoon, I mean, I watch the cartoon like everybody else. I'm not some sort of weirdo. This figure is right off of the screen, and maybe besides the color a little bit, but actually one of the masterpiece figures was more or less this color. But he might not be exactly screen accurate in terms of color, but in terms of form, he is. He's very screen accurate, and I think he's great. I'm gonna give this a 10. The way I got to figure rank, there's no real flaw to it. If I had to say anything about these figures so far, I wish they were just a tad bit tighter, but they're not. That's not to say they're loose. It's just I'm thinking about things like stop motions and stuff like that. Are they gonna hold their pose long enough for me to show them in some action? That's kind of where I'm thinking about it. But as something to stand on your desk, as you can see, nothing's moving. He's just standing there, so you're fine. So we got one more to do before I grab the other ones. But I am going to avidly follow this series as far as they take it. So be on the lookout for more Auldey Alpha Action Elite series on the channel. But that's going to do it for this one. So if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. We love Transformers on this channel. They're my favorite things to do videos of, so there's going to be a lot more where this came from. Please join us as we, stake our claim in the YouTube action figure space. So next time, everybody stay safe. See ya on the next video. Oh, and happy collecting. Peace.
The way I got it figured.